Welcome, everyone, to the Med Spa Accelerator Podcast, brought to you by Everbo Marketing, the go-to resource so you can get the latest hacks and best practices so that you can market and grow a profitable medical aesthetics practice. Welcome, everyone, to the 48th episode of the Med Spa Accelerator Podcast. I'm here with our co-host, Maripili.
Hey.
And today we're actually super excited because we're bringing you guys a case study episode.
Woo! I know.
Yeah, so this one's super cool because we implemented this campaign for one of our clients. This was back in June. And we've kind of mentioned it in some of the episodes. Like we briefly did a spotlight. Actually, you could say that this is kind of like an additional episode to the episode we did on the events, like how we market events, because we actually implemented that same strategy. The strategy that we talked about in those two, was it 2 episodes?
Yes.
Yeah, on those 2 episodes. And these were the results, right? And so we're going to be talking about how we made one of our clients $118,000 in CoolSculpting in only 4 days, guys. That's insane. Like I don't think I've ever, we've had clients that like do really, really well for the events, and it's a multitude of services, but specifically CoolSculpting that a lot of the times can be very hard to sell, right? Our client did an amazing job. Now, I will say that we actually just finished doing it for one of our other clients about 2 weeks ago, and they had really good success too. They did about 60,000 and 59 to be
Their
exact.
goal was like maybe 10.
Their goal was 10,000, and we blew it. We blew it out of the water. It was like 59,000, and in 3 days, and it was amazing. So today what we're going to be talking about is actually like how did we do it? We're going to give you some of the details. We're going to walk you through the process. Now, like I said, it's very similar to some of the other episodes, but today we're actually going to dig in a little bit more and kind of give you some of the finer details of what we did exactly, right, how we structured some of those things so that you guys can do it too, and for your own events, or even if you're, for anything you guys want to do. Now, I will say that obviously a big part of this is us using Patient Gem. We use Patient Gem to help our clients get these crazy results. And considering that it's the holidays, Black Friday, we got Cyber Monday coming up, we actually want to extend to you guys an offer, okay? Now, this is going to last till December the 2nd, till 12 a.m. So you have until when this episode releases to this Cyber Monday, right, which is December 2nd. And we're actually going to have, like, everything that we're going to be talking about today, we're going to have this whole process installed for you into our Patient Gem account. Now, normally this is something that we provide to our agency clients, but if you sign up for a Patient Gem account during these next few days, again, like I said, till December 2nd, this whole process is going to be installed in your account. So that way you can just plug and play and you can make some money really easy, guys, okay? Not only that, but we're actually going to have our patient database reactivation campaigns pre-installed in your account as well if you get an account. Now, in addition to that, that's already like amazing value right there, okay? Now, you sign up. I mean, it's $297 a month, guys. Flat fee for $297 a month. You're getting those 2 things pre-installed. But if you actually, take the extra mile with us, and if you sign up for a 6-month commitment, we're actually going to give you 1 month free. So you're going to get $297 off, right? So you're basically getting, 5 months. You're paying for 5 months, but you're getting 6. And if you get a 12-month commitment, guys, if you sign up for the entire year, we're going to give you 3 months for free.
Dang.
Okay, which is about like $800 and some, almost $900 off. All right.
That's so good.
So those are some special deals. Plus, you're going to get the event process that we have pre-installed and our database reactivation campaigns pre-installed in your account, guys. So don't even wait for it. Okay, go to the link on this episode and go click on it. Go sign up so you can take advantage of this special offer. Because, like I said, we helped just this campaign alone. We helped one of our clients make $118,000, and one of our other clients made $60,000. And our PDR campaigns do really well as well. I mean, we've had clients make $10,000 all the way up to $30,000, and so you can do those type of campaigns as well, and you'll do really, really well. Yeah. So go ahead and click on the link to take advantage of that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was so good. I'm so excited, especially because right now we are talking about, like, it's already the end of the year. Yeah. We're thinking about the first quarter of next year. Yeah. So this is a great opportunity for you guys. How are you going to prepare? Like, what are you
going to do different next year that's going to take you to the next level? It's going to help you set yourself apart from the competition and really just reach that extra mile. Let us help you get there, guys. Patient Gym help you get there. Now, going back to the episode, right? To give you a little bit more details, like we said, we made $118,000 in this campaign. We got 51 consultations, and out of those, actually all of those 51 people showed up, and 27 of those people ended up making a purchase, which turned into $118,000. So it was 27 new people that came in and bought, and it turned into that amount of money. So we're going to go into the finer details. This is our proprietary process, guys. You're getting our proprietary process, so we're going to walk you through it. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the finer details. So let's talk a little bit about the backstory real quick. This was actually one of our clients that is based in Canada, and they've been in practice for a very long time now, which is really awesome for them. And they had, definitely he was somebody that was classified as an expert. He has a really good following, right? And so throughout the years, he's been able to build a really good list of people in his business.
Like a really good relationship.
Yeah, really good relationship with people.
Clients.
Yeah, all that stuff. And actually for this event, we ended up only working with a select few of his lists, because I think he has a bigger list because he's actually a dermatologist. Right. So then, like, he's had all these other different types of patients, but for the longest time now, he's just done Med Spa services. Right. So we got the people that were only Med Spa clients.
Right. So they did have a huge list, and they have been doing this for a while, which I totally recommend you start doing if you haven't already. But divide your list in the people that, depending on the service that they're most excited about. So that definitely was something that we immediately were ahead of the curve, just because they already had this list pre-established of, like, these are my Botox clients, these were my dermatologist clients, these were like cosmetic, and these were CoolSculpting, or any type of just body contouring. Yeah. So that was a great way of
so it was curated. We knew that these people were going to be highly interested in what we were going to be promoting. We knew they were the right audience. Okay, so that was super important. And so how did we actually format the event? So we'll go into a little bit about that. So what we did, guys, is that we ended up creating kind of like a cool week event, if you're familiar with that. A lot of people, when they create events, they do like a one-day event. Hey, come in on Thursday night, come in at 6 p.m., and then you have all this stuff going on at 6 p.m. The goal here really wasn't like, yes, we wanted to have events and bring people to like this party-like setting, but more than that, we actually wanted to get private consultations, right? We wanted people to come in, schedule a consultation. And so what we did is that...
And that totally changes the game.
Oh, that was a total game changer. Because some people, hey, you know what? Sometimes they can't go to that one day, but if you give them multiple options, or if you get them to get all the perks that they would get when the day of the event's supposed to be, but they come in for a private consultation, but they still get all those perks, then that's also like a really good way to just bring people in,
Right, and that's what we've noticed whenever we do this same structure with a one-day event to a cool week or a couple of days of the events, those make the greatest impact. You just give them a lot more opportunity to come in with you, get that consultation done, get still some of the perks. And I mean, I'm not saying don't do the one-day event. We still kind of
have their place.
We call it as a main event. So we're still inviting them to come to the main event. There's still going to be some extra things for that day, but you're just giving yourself too more allowance of time to actually get everybody come in.
Yeah, and really, what you always want more than anything is the private consultation. Like the private consultation itself is actually what's going to get you the most bang for your buck, because of the fact that you're actually having this one-on-one conversation with somebody, and they're most likely gonna, like, since you're giving them all your attention, and there's more likely that they'll make an investment, plain and simple, you know. So what we did is that we had a 4-day event, right? That started Wednesday, it ended Saturday, right? And basically on Thursday and Friday in the afternoons, there were the typical, you know, presentations and stuff like that. On Thursday, it was more of the, like Thursday afternoon, it was more of the actual event party type atmosphere that was going on. And then on Friday, there was another live demo that people could come in and attend to, right? But the main event was actually Thursday. But people could lock in these savings and get all the perks of the event throughout not the entire week, but from Wednesday to Saturday, like we said, those 4 days that people could come in and get those private consultations. So our goal was, how can we cram as many consultations as possible within those 4 days? Okay, so that was our goal. That's what we were trying to accomplish.
And also, how can we make it very valuable to the people to actually come in, maybe not for the main event, but any other day.
Yeah.
So they had a really good structure, and we helped them create the structure of the event where they still made it seem like it was a party for those 4 days.
Yeah.
So they still had like
decorations.
They had little hors d'oeuvres, and I think in the morning they had mimosas, and then in the afternoon they had a glass of wine or like even coffee, like also for the non-alcoholic beverages. So they still kind of made it look like a party throughout those 4 days.
Yeah, it was a special event, a special occasion that was going on, and people could feel it as soon as they walked in, whether they were coming to the actual 6 p.m. event or they were just coming out throughout the day. You know, there was that whole sensation, the atmosphere of that, hey, there's an event going on, there's something special going on, and this is what it is, right? And so, so super important. I would say this structure is one of the things that's going to make or break it, because like I said, you're just giving yourself more time and giving actually your clients more time to come in and take this special offer. Okay. Right. Now, the other thing that we preach all the time, we talked about this in our event episode, and we talk about it a lot in the other ones too, is that, we gave them really good reasons to come, right? You always have to give people a reason why they should show up, okay? And they actually spared no expense. This was a really great way to get them to get people to come in. So what did they do? I mean, honestly, you might have already be doing this, right? But obviously there was special pricing. Now, for CoolSculpting, this was a CoolSculpting specific event, right? Mm-hmm. But one of the things that we actually did that was quite interesting was that we actually limited the amount of vouchers that they were going to be for the special pricing. So, and honestly, you can say that there's a limited amount, but obviously, you can leave that to your discretion whether you actually do want to limit it or not. But I mean, having that sense of urgency there and that scarcity factor, having that scarcity factor there is going to give people the sense of urgency that they need to actually want to take action today versus tomorrow, right? Which is what we always preach, right? So super important. They had a limited vouchers available for the CoolSculpting promo, okay? Obviously, they also had live demos. It's kind of like your basic thing, right? They had the private consultations people could get into. They had special drawings. So if you just showed up to the event, you were into one of the drawings, and it was just a drawing for something really basic. I think it was just like a facial or something like that. And the cool thing about that is that you can have up to 3 people win. So it's not something that's going to cost you a lot of money. You can just basically do something. It's like, hey, we're going to pick 3 people, everybody who shows up to the event. And again, guys, even if they didn't come in at the 6 p.m. event, if they just came within those 4 days, they were going to be entered into this drawing that was going to get them a free facial or free, one of the services that you would have available, right? Mm-hmm. But there was also a grand prize, okay? Now, the only way that you could qualify for the grand prize, which was a mix of medical treatments and even they did
like a gift card.
Yeah, like a gift card. Now they also ended up doing something like something material. Like in the past we've said that it's always kind of like a good idea to give away something that is not necessarily related to the spa, but something that of something fashionable. Yeah, something that has mass appeal. So like a Louis Vuitton bag or a pair of sunglasses that are of a specific, luxury brand.
Yeah.
Or something of the sort, or I mean, honestly, it could be anything, but something that's going to have more of a mass of appeal to it, okay? That was the grand prize, but here's the catch, right? The only way you can be entered into the grand prize was if you actually bought a treatment.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, you're giving them a reason to make an investment today versus tomorrow. Okay. So super important. Every time you're planning this out, you should be always thinking about those two things, right? What can I do to motivate people to take action today versus tomorrow? And then for the event specifically, what can I do to really make sure, to really give people a reason why they should show up? Think about it like if you're a lawyer. This is one of the things that we talk about in marketing all the time. Like when you're presenting a case to the judge, you have to present your evidence, right? Well, think about it like that. You have to be very factual. You're like, man, like get inside their heads and be, what can I tell them that is going to give them a really good reason to say that I'm right, yes, right, or that I'm not guilty, or whatever in the lawyer case, right, or to prove that this is actually a fact, right? The fact is that my party is going to be so awesome, and it's a no-brainer, and people are just going to have to show up. Like, what evidence can I give to fortify that idea? A little crazy, right? But it's good.
I didn't know you were gonna go there. That's
right.
funny.
Anyway, so I mean, the grand prize was there, but only if you bought. And they got a set of gift cards. They got a set of medical treatments for free. They got this lifestyle type of prize as well, and so that was really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, they had hors d'oeuvres. They had beverages, different things like that. And
didn't they also have like gift cards even if you just RSVP'd?
Yes, I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. and then in addition to that, they also had some gift bags. So if you just showed up, you got a cool looking gift bag with little prizes and little different things like that. They're just overall cute. Okay. So that was overall structure, guys. And really, I mean, it plays a big role because you want to get people into your world, right? You want to get them into that emotion, that spirit of like, oh my God, this is something that's special, it's something that's going to end. I need to take advantage of this now before it runs out, type of thing. Okay. Yeah. So super important.
Something that we say again and again, like make them feel very exclusive, very VIP. This is a high-end service and product that you're giving. So it has to feel that way for them as well.
Exactly. Okay. So how did we get people in there?
Yes.
So this is what actually is going to be prepackaged inside of your patient gym account if you do decide to get a subscription. But I mean, guys, nothing that we haven't talked about before, right? How did we do it? Well, series of emails, series of text messages, landing pages, social media posts. That's it. You know what I mean? Like nothing special, nothing fantastic. But it really just goes back down to the strategy and obviously what's being included inside of these elements, right?
Right.
So Pili actually did all the emails. We ended up doing 5 emails that got sent out. And actually, I forgot to say this, but we started doing marketing 2 weeks before the event.
Yeah.
Right. And it was kind of like a blast because it was very last minute that we got notified and we were like, all right, let's do it. So we did it like super quick. It was super stressful.
It was very stressful.
Yeah, but it ended up turning out great.
That's why we keep saying plan it with time because you don't want to be stressed.
Yes.
And not every marketing agency is going to do this like at the last minute as well. So it's good to have everything on time. But yeah, we kind of like, I think our first email actually went out a week before the event started.
Yeah. I think we did do the text messages beforehand though because we needed more time for
the text messages were 2 weeks prior, and we were still gathering all of the content, all of the graphics, everything that we needed to work on for both email and social media. So that's why we started 1 week before, which it was still good. I would still recommend have a little bit more of time, but it wasn't. I mean, the results speak for themselves, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So the emails, how the way we can approach it is like the structure of it and the content, the actual content, which is what we get the most questions about, is just think about what does your client want to know? Like, what do they want to know? They want to know about the service. They want to know the details of the event. And they want to know why they want to go there, right? Why should they go to your place?
Yeah. Why should they take time, which is the most valuable asset that somebody has, right? Away from spending it somewhere else with their family, with their friends, doing nothing, sitting on the couch, watching TV, which a lot of times is what a lot of people prefer, right?
Yes.
To go drive to this event, and where they don't really know what's going to go down. You know what I mean? Like, So again, you have to give them reasons why. Give them reasons why. Okay, and that's exactly what we did with our emails. Our emails actually had a really good open rate.
They had a really good open rate. It was between 40 to 48% open rate, which is amazing in this industry.
That's really good. Now, I think a big part of that also has to do because it was a curated list.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I think for the first email, we did send it out to their entire list because we didn't want to push anybody else out. But for the rest of the emails, they were just for the curated list or whoever people that actually like open the email. So that's something good that you need to kind of be checking and making sure that you are actually working.
For sure.
So we've also talked in some other of our episodes that email is very saturated nowadays. That's why we kind of go back to texting, but it's still a really good way for you to connect with your audience. So one of the things that we do when we kind of make sure that we have in place is our subject lines.
Yes, subject lines, ultra important. That's what's going to get people to open the email.
Open or even for them to go to spam.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful in the way that kind of you set up the email, because nowadays these softwares like Gmail, Yahoo, like all of these, they are getting more and more intelligent. And they kind of like go through everything to make sure it's not spammy.
Yeah, so all the email providers have filter protocols, and if they see that something is very promotion-y or kind of spam-like, etc., which is changing every year, guys. That's why it's something you have to keep up on. That's why sometimes a lot of people might say like, oh, I never saw your email. It might just be in their spam folder. It's not, obviously you sent something out, but they never saw it because it just went straight to your spam, right? Because the subject line was written didn't really pass these filter protocols, right?
Okay. Not only the subject lines, now they're actually looking for the
inside
content.
the content as well.
And it also matters and affects it how much your list is actually relating to these emails, like if they're actually clicking and opening them. So maybe you are doing an amazing job, but you're still not getting through. That is because your audience is not the audience that needs to open them, and they're not opening them, so they end up going to their spam. So that's why we also say like curating your list is very, very important.
For sure.
But in our case, we did our good research. Like we do a lot of research on emails and how to work them best. So we actually went through a whole protocol to make sure that the subject line was the best that it could be. So there is a system, and we can actually link it there here if you guys wanna. There are a lot of like different free ones where you can just kind of test your subject line and make sure that it passes these filters.
That's a website, right?
It is a website, yeah.
Yeah.
So we went through that process as well, and we got the best subject lines that gave us. It's a scale of from 0 to 100, but ours were so good that they went past it. So for some of them, they even gave us like a 101 or 102. I was like, oh,
nice. That was possible. We broke the system.
I know. So just making sure that your subject lines are really good. So this gave us a really good opening rate of, like I said, like a 40 to 48%.
I mean, that's almost a 50% open rate. That's one out of every, two people, right? That's really good.
Yeah. And a 2% of click rate, which might sound little, but actually during the industry and based on the amount of emails, that was a really good, actually click rate.
Awesome. So we have a few little hacks for you guys as far as like because obviously it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, we sent out 5 emails, but the question is what was included inside? What was included inside these emails? Right. So obviously we can't give you all the details, right? But we can give you some of the hacks that we had that were, I would say, more of the important things that you can actually implement and get in your emails as well. So
kind of like what I said is just think about the people that are opening these emails. What do they want to know, right? So that's why we base on the content on being very educational still, being still very excited about the event. What are they getting out of it? But we also included some before and after photos.
Yeah.
We included some testimonials of people. And the awesome thing that I liked about this specific client that I hadn't seen before in so many other ones is that they actually included the age of the person that was giving the review.
Yeah, guys, super important.
Yeah, which sometimes like nowadays you can see so many reviews, and of course people are loving them and they really do believe them, but adding that age kind of like takes it to a next level.
Yeah,
because you can actually like relate to that person.
100%. That's what I was gonna say. Like, the more these people can relate to say, oh my God, this person got amazing results. This is the testimonial that they left, and they're my age.
Yeah.
Oh man, well if they did it and they got great results, then I can do it too. And that's what you want them to say, right? If they did it, they got great results, I can get great results
right.
too.
Especially when it comes to CoolSculpting, I feel like
Yeah.
there are so many like myths out there. People don't really know what's true or what's not, whether it's gonna work for them or not. So having these were like, I think they just took it to the next level.
Yep.
So the other thing that they had, which is something that we do as well, is adding like reasons as to why they should come to you. So you already kind of prepare them of like, this is our event, this is what's happening, this is what CoolSculpting is, but now why should you come to us?
Yeah.
And giving them like 5 to 10 reasons as to why they should come to you in an email is just another great way of adding that extra factor of like, hey, I actually feel like this could be the best place for me to go.
Yeah. And so overall, guys, if there's one thing to take out of this, is basically what we said earlier, right? Which is we gave them reasons why they should come to the event and why they should choose us, okay?
Yeah.
So everywhere on the landing page, on our text messages and our emails, we always gave them boom, boom, boom. Here are all the benefits, right? Like, here's why you should come. Here's why you should come. Here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, so, and we kept, reiterating those things, right? Because you have to think about it from their point of view. Like, it's like, people care. Like, people care about themselves, right? So it's like, well, what do I have to gain out of it, right? So you have to kind of position it into, well, how can you speak to them in a way that they're going to be able to relate to it and they're actually going to care, right? So give them reasons why they should care, why they should show up, right? Now,
and the other thing that I was going to say when it comes to content is make sure that your message is very clear. Like, once you tell them like everything, like what do they need to do next? Because if it is confusing to a certain point, you have all these raffles and promotions and grand prizes and everything, but it sounds like, okay, well, what do I do after this? They don't know what to do next. Then you're going to lose that audience.
For sure. Which is going to be our next thing. Like, on the emails, we call them to action, guys.
Yes.
Okay. So we had a strong CTA there, right? And we directed that traffic to our landing pages. Okay. Now, another reason why you should subscribe to Patient Gem is because Patient Gem actually, it's a new feature, now has the ability to create your landing pages, okay?
Yes.
So you don't need to have a third-party software or anything like that. You can actually create your landing pages within Patient Gem, and that's going to also save you a ton of money as well, right?
And it's so good because it's so well integrated.
Yeah, everything's integrated together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is an extra.
Yes, that's a really cool benefit. Okay, so then now the text messages, right? Okay, so what we did is the same way we've kind of talked about it before, right? We had a very personalized text message that was sent out, and normally we do anywhere between 50 to 100 people per day, right? So we don't saturate the phone lines, because that's also another thing that the phone companies look at. If it looks like you're spamming people, then they're going to block your messages, okay? So that's why we sent like to a steady amount every single day consistently, okay? Until we ran out the entire list, right? We just took us a few days, but we got through the entire list, and it was a very personalized text message. Again, giving the people a reason, or the reasons why they should show up to the event, and then we call them to action, guys. Again, we call them to action to go to the landing page and RSVP, okay?
And not only RSVP, I think we even went ahead and told them like, we only have a few selected amounts of time for actual like one-on-one free private consultations.
Yeah.
Make sure to take advantage of that. So that just kind of took it to the next level.
Yes. So then that was a text message that got sent out. It was personalized. Now, if people actually went to the landing page and actually signed up, which normally for us, there's usually 4 things that we like to ask on the landing page: name, email, phone number. And then in addition to that, we like to ask, would you like to invite a friend? Yes or no. Now, really all that does, and all we're trying to do there, is not really trying to it would be great if we could get like a new lead out of that, or different things like that right off the landing page. But really the way that we do it, so that it's not as complicated, is that we just want to get people inside of that mindset to, oh, you know what? I hadn't even thought about it. Yeah, I should invite a friend. You know what I mean? And so kind of just opening them up to the idea that if they hadn't thought about it, that they should invite a friend and bring somebody with them. Okay, so That's going to be another really cool thing that we have there. Okay, so then after they RSVP'd on the landing page, right, then they got entered into a specific sequence, a text message sequence for follow-up, okay? So like Pili said, once they got to the landing page, we did also motivate them to schedule a one-on-one personalized consultation with the doctor, with the CoolSculpting technician, okay? Now, in those text messages, once they RSVP, we send them a text saying, hey, thanks so much. We're so excited to see you for the event. Would you like to schedule a private consultation? And if so, when would you like to come in, right? So as you guys know, we do a lot of scheduling through text messages, so that was really great. And so what we had was a series of 5 follow-up text messages that got sent across the next 7 days. Now, we also recommended to our client that they should call the people that did RSVP, try to get in touch with them and try to schedule them over the phone for a consultation. But that's an extra step, that's optional, right? But
we do recommend it. Gives the client like 2 options of like, I can actually RSVP through the text message, or if they call me, then I can just say like, yes, this time would be great. But if they are at work and they can't answer their phones, they still have the text message option.
For sure. Now, moving forward, right, on the landing pages, what we had on there was basically, again, all the reasons why they should show up, the times, all the details, what the days of the event, and then the time of the special event, all the things, all the grand prizes, everything that was going to go down, right, the whole schedule for the events and stuff like that. And then, again, the call to action, get them to sign up, right? So name, email, phone number, would you like to bring a friend, yes or no? And then on the thank you page, like I said, we motivated them. We called them to action to schedule a private consultation. And this goes back to what Pili said earlier about the gift cards. Now, this was another thing that we did. We said, hey, if you schedule a private consultation with us, we'll give you a $50 gift card to use after your consultation. So they had to come in later, and they could use it for anything in the practice, okay? And you can structure those however you want. Like, yeah, it's a $50 gift card, but you have to spend more than $100 or something along those lines to make it make sense for you. But again, giving them a reason why they should take action today versus tomorrow. All right.
And they even added an extra layer. So if you actually went to the consultation and bought a package of, I think it was 6 cycles or more, then you get your $50 went up to a $100 gift card. So they even added that extra little layer there.
That's really cool stuff, guys. So again, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Now, after the RSVP, right, what we did was that we usually send out 2 text messages, one a day before the event, and these are all the people that RSVP, just letting them know, hey, we have the event coming up tomorrow, can't wait to see you. And then we actually would send them a text message that day saying, hey, we have and this was for the special like party event. Okay.
Yeah, the main event.
Yeah, the main event, which was, hey, hey, we have the party today at 6 p.m. Can't wait to see you, so on and so forth. Okay?
And even in Patient Gym, we can add the tags of the location. So in the text message, they can just click on it and it'll open up their Maps application.
Yeah, it'll give them directions so they can show up and stuff like that. Now, this is the last thing, guys. We also had some social media posts. So again, the posts, what were they? All the reasons why they should come to the event. Okay, I mean,
we just separated them a little bit more so it could be a little more understandable for people and kind of like get them excited. We started these, I think, 2 weeks prior to the event. So we just kind of started getting some excitement out there, telling them, like kind of teasing them here and there what was going on, and finally adding all of the details of the reasons why they should come, what's going to be during the event, what are they going to get out of it. Also very educational as to like what is CoolSculpting, how can you want to make sure that they get in the mindset of like this could be me. Yeah. So that's kind of what we did with everything. They had also an amazing team and very good reviews, very good before and after photos, which we used. I think even themselves, I think it was a technician or the doctor that had CoolSculpting themselves.
Yeah, the doctor actually had CoolSculpting himself. So one of the photos that we used was the picture of him getting CoolSculpting
That was
done.
The best photo that we could have used.
Yeah.
Like our analytics for that went off the charts. Just everybody was loving it and asking him questions of like, what does it feel like? And how can I do it? And what are the steps? So they got a lot of like traction with that, which we again just redirected them like, hey, if you want to know more, you should come here. Like,
and again, guys, we've talked about this in some of the social media podcast episodes, right? But I mean, we always say that pictures of you and your staff are always going to perform better than stock photos. Okay, so even in your social media posts when you're promoting the event, it's better if you actually use photos that you guys take. Okay. Again, you want to build that trust. You want people to see you, and you want them to feel this affinity towards you. And the way you do that is by videos and photos. Now, he actually did do a video as well.
Had a video.
And this is part of our process. We normally give our clients a script, right, or an outline, and so he shot a video. We did, pretty good job. We ended up putting it on social media, but then we actually also advertised it. Now, we've said before in our event campaigns that we normally don't like to do advertising because, if you're trying to reach a cold audience to show up, it's going to be really hard for them to show up. But what we did instead was that we actually did advertise, but to their internal database. So what we did was that we got his list, we uploaded it to Facebook, and then we started advertising to that list specifically.
Yeah.
And we also advertised to all of the fanners, the people that had the fan base, right? People that actually like the Facebook page or the Instagram account, etc. So we made sure that it was people that were already exposed to the brand.
Yes.
Okay.
They already knew who he was, so seeing a video of him, they really stopped and listened and read what was going on.
Yeah, so that was really, really important.
That was just an extra layer of it. So we don't always do it for every single event, but if you have the opportunity, you have a good list, and you are willing to make like a cute little short video, then go for it because it works. Yeah,
it's super, super awesome. Like I said, guys, this got 51 consultations. 27 of those people ended up making an investment, $118,000. Now, for our other client that we just did a holiday event for, $59,000, guys. And this wasn't just for CoolSculpting. It was for M-Sculpt. It was for CoolSculpting, for different types of facials, for True Sculpt. So it was more of an entire thing in regards to her practice. But again, I'm just going to round it up. $60,000, okay? $60,000 in 3 days. That's amazing. Yes. And for not spending, and for her, we didn't actually advertise. So we didn't spend any money on advertising. I think we only spent like less than $200 on advertising. So $0 in advertising, guys. $60,000, 118. So amazing. So again, guys, if you want to take advantage of this special offer, if you want to follow this same process, I want to invite you guys. We're in, obviously we got Black Friday going on. We got Cyber Monday going on as well. And again, what are you going to do next year, or what are you going to do in December? What are you going to do to really help you get that to that next level in your business? I want to encourage you guys to take advantage of this special offer. It's the best promo we've ever put out there. And again, you're going to get this event campaign process that's proprietary for all of our agency clients. You're going to get it pre-installed in your account. You're going to get our PDR, our patient database reactivation campaigns, pre-installed if you just sign up. Now, if you want to go to the extra mile and actually save some money, like if you sign up for a 6-month subscription, then you get 1 month for free. Or if you sign up for a 1-year subscription, you get 3 months for free. So that's a really special deal. You guys can really save on that. Yes. So go ahead and click on the link below so you guys can take advantage of that and start making some money today.
Yes. And if you are liking these episodes, let us know. It really helps us out. Ask us questions. We want to know what you're struggling with in marketing wise. That is how we make our episodes. We kind of see what our clients have been asking us about, what other people have been asking us. So make sure to leave your comments down below if you are watching the video, or if you are, listening to us in your podcast. We also have our Facebook group, so make sure to go in there. All the links are in the description or in the show notes, and just go in there. I think we just have to do like a quick approval. Yeah. But you can
answer
just
some questions. We'll get you approved super fast. Yes. And that's our exclusive group, guys. That's where we actually release the episodes there first. So you guys get first view access, right?
And we ask you questions about our next episodes. What is it that you're liking? What are you struggling with? So we can answer them here.
Yes, guys. So again, check us out. All the links are below, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.